They can see through to the kitchen and the dining room and the other door. And most importantly, they can see and observe where myself and the other house guests that you may have are at, and observe, but also have their own space, right? So we each provide, or we're each provided with a comfortable area. We're each provided with decent visuals of the layout, and we're each provided with space relative to the other entity in the room. So, as you can see, she's pretty calm on there as it is. She's already doing what we call a double down. A double down is when the head lays flat with the body laying down. She does have the training leash on still. I would have my training lead on for several weeks after training at various times throughout the day. Whenever you need a little reassurance, whenever you need a little reinforcement that your dog is, maybe they're pushing you a lot that day and you need a little something in your corner, put the slip lead on, work them for a minute, and then leave it on as they end the training. Yet the tool itself remains. Will carry over a little bit of that association, and it will keep them from maybe acting out to the same degree that they would. She's almost sleeping there. I mean, the way that I talk and the way that I train and my candor and everything, it's very conducive for a calm household, calm, controlled household. I always want to be communicating with my movements, calmness. I always want to be communicating with my tone, calmness. And the way that I train and conduct myself throughout the day, it's as calm as can be. Now, once you have a calm dog and your dog is settled into its ways, it's found its role within your family pack and within its designation emotionally in life, of course, be yourself, have parties, be crazy, go do what you want. But specifically when you have a puppy, and even more specifically when you're training said puppy, be as calm as possible. That's going to give them the best base foundation behaviorally to then intake information, process information, and make proper decisions with that information later in life. If they're at a level where they're constantly overstimulated, they're going to be constantly making mistakes, almost guaranteed. The more excitable the dog, the more mistakes the dog makes. The more calm the dog, the more well-behaved the dog. They're not even sure why they're doing it, but it's more of a kind of reverse engineering. If we can teach them to be calm, then those behaviors that happened when they were excitable and erratic will just naturally fade away. So I've been talking for a long time. I've been walking around. I can go in and out of the room. I can go in and out of the frame into a different room. When I return, I want to reward my dog for not chasing me around the house, for not breaking place without me allowing it, and generally just for being calm. People are always so focused on marking tricks and marking cues and marking things that are really very superficial. What I want to be marking with an overexcited puppy is behavior. I want to be looking at the dog's demeanor and its body language. And when I click, since we have established this noise already, when I click and a dog is not doing anything, right, to the dog's brain, it hasn't jumped through a hoop, it's just laid there, that's going to communicate to them, man, this guy really likes when I don't do anything, when I turn it off, right? This guy really likes when I just sit here, I lay, I do my double down, and I don't break place. It's really the opposite of classic dog training, which is dog does trick, trainer gives treat. I want a well-balanced dog all around. I want someone to be able to walk in that door and this dog to just chill there and assess who they are. Then if they're a stranger and they don't know that person, get up off the place, go bark at them. Of course, eventually that will be the shared understanding that we have. But you know, if it's me coming in, if it's you guys coming in, what's the big deal? Remain in the place, relax. Now, you want to keep the rules for place pretty loose. There's really just 2 rules. All 4 paws are on the place that I designate, and all 4 paws are off said place when I indicate. So, I place the dog obviously before the video. How I do that, I'll show you, and I'll show you how to break the dog from the place, and then once the exercise is over, how to relinquish everything. But again, you mentioned it just today. How do I get my dog to be more calm? Number 1 tip, working on your place training is going to solve a myriad of problems that you will never even have to address if you just get that foundation of calm, independence, and really avoid that codependency and over excitement. So I'm going to break the dog. Try to listen for my words, yes, but also the way that I'm saying them and the way that I'm moving. And this guy, and I'll replace, I'll break again. But the last one will be a full break. The last one will mean the training exercise is over. You can go about the house freely. There's a difference between freeing a dog when you're in an exercise still and you're training, because you want that dog locked in. You just want their body to move. Versus when you relinquish a dog from the session at all and you're totally done training. Those are 2 different things. So I'm going to break them from place, keep them in training mode, replace them, and then end a training session. So here we go. First, I'm going to mark and reward for keeping place again while I was talking and walking about. Click treat. Doesn't always have to be treats. Eventually it can be pets. Right now, click treat. Wait for her to finish eating it. Grab your lead. Hip. Hip. Yes. Good job. 4th paw is off. Click reward. She was even reluctant to come off of the place. I actually like that, so I'm not going to correct or anything for that. I really want place to be strong, so if you wanted to stay there, I'm not going to fight against that natural impulse too hard, but you do need to do what I say when I say it. We'll replace, which I can do without leash. I can feel that. Once we replace, I'll finish the exercise. So treat in hand, clicker in the other. I can tell that she can do this without the leash just based off her body language, so I'm going to drop the leash for this one. But feel free, especially when you train it in-home, to use the slip lead to guide her over to the place. But she's focused, so we'll drop it. Place. Yes! Good job, mama. As soon as the 4th paw's on, we marked it. We loved it. We want to relinquish the exercise. Now, when we relinquish the exercise, it's not a command. We're just simply done training. So if she wants to stay on that place, she can. If she wants to jump off it, she can. She can do anything that's generally accepted within the house once the training exercise is over. So you're going to do a couple of these exercises a day, doing various things, place training, obedience, working on hand feeding. Once you're done, maybe 15 minutes each session, here's how you end the session and communicate to the dog, training is off, things are done, go about your business respectfully. Take the slip lead off first. Once the lead is off, put it wherever you want. I got a little treat in the pocket. Free. That's it. That's it. Free. Clap. Show them your hands. Right? Why do I do this? I do almost everything in this realm for reasons. I do a lot of cupping of treats in my hand when I'm luring and when I'm shaping and when I'm giving my hand signals. So the clap in this is to say, hey, I'm not hiding any more treats. I'm relinquished. from this exercise. You're relinquished from this exercise. Everything's finished. Do what you want to do. Hang on in place. Take a nap. Walk around the house. Anything that's within our allowed boundaries, dog is now free to do. The exercise is over, and she did fantastically.